Hey everyone, welcome to another Zwift race analysis video. This race is a Zwift Insider Rebel race, so this is the last time zone. It had 114 riders show up. There were around 150 who signed up, and it was a pretty competitive field, as you can see here with the sign-ups and the results. So yeah, let's get into the details. The race was 15.3 miles long on one lap of downtown Titans, basically a route that goes through the Titans Grove first, and then the forward KOM through the S's and back to the starting point, which is the downtown area. So here I have 1.9 miles left, and there is a small group behind us. They're not going to catch us, so we're not too worried. And right now we're just chilling. No one's really attacking, and everyone's just waiting for someone to make a move. Earlier in the race, I got an aero power up, so I was holding the aero power up to make sure I still had a chance at the finishing sprint. As usual, the finishing sprint didn't go as planned. Let's get to the finishing sprint. Here you see S. Bang Madsen just fly off the front. He's using a lightweight power up and it's on a slight incline, so he'll have a clear advantage over the group here. He's already got 2 seconds on the group, and right now no one's chasing because no one's really too worried about one rider going off solo. So we all just still surge, but we're not making that big of an effort to chase. Here you can see another rider, James Roberts, another kid whom I was racing with. We're just like hanging in the group, and we're not trying to pull or do anything because we're later riders and it's not going to make a difference. At this point, the rider off the front has over 5 seconds on the group. The group is still pretty chill, and watch Alex Turpin here, the one in the blue Zwift jersey. He's just going to fly right off the front and make an effort to try to bridge the gap and win the race. Right now, I'm thinking that I'm just going to stay near the front of the group. I'm not going to try to follow any attacks because I need to save my energy for the sprints, because since I'm a lighter rider and I don't have the best sprint, I'm going to need all the power I can get. So here, the rider off the front has pretty much given up because he went 1.5 miles from the finish. And here you see Alex Turpin coming right by, doing 13 to 14 watts per gig. At first I think, oh, everyone's going to chase him, so I should start my sprint now. But then I realized that literally no one is chasing, so I just hold on here. Then Robin Anderson, who is the strongest rider in the group, the third best B rider in Zwift, just flies off the front with his super strong 14-15 watt per gig sprint. And he has another rider working with him, Swedish Zwifters, and they're just way off the front now. And Robin Anderson is obviously going to take the win. He's just going to fly right by everyone. So here you can see that I'm still with the main group, and I turn on my aero power up thinking, okay, a few riders just passed me, I need to start my sprint now. But that was a huge mistake, and I ended up giving those riders a lead out. You can see here that James Roberts and I were just basically pulling the group, and then this is when everyone actually starts their sprint. They're all using their aero power-ups, and they just fly right by. I have no energy left to hold on to their group, so I'm just giving it everything I got to the line. Here the results weren't loading quite right, and I ended up getting 13th in the race, which is pretty good considering there were 114 riders in the race. But then again, I was looking forward to a Zwift power gain, and I was 2 places off from a gain. Sprinting here was a decent move, and I think if I were to do this race again, I would still do that. But instead of going that early, I would have, once I caught this rider, I would have done the same thing that I did, just drafted, and then when the other riders start their sprint, I wouldn't have chased them. I would have just looked at their watts per kg close and noticed that they were only doing like 5 to 6 watts per kg. They weren't actually sprinting, so that was a big mistake by me. So right here, when I turn on my aero boost, I made a huge mistake because there were only a few riders passing me, and the majority of the group that were going to take the win were behind me. I think I had a shot at getting around 5th-ish, maybe 8th, and if I had played this right, but it's really hard to tell when you should go and when you shouldn't go. See here, the riders in front, Ludwig from US MES, he's only doing 5 watts per kg, 6 watts per kg. He's not actually sprinting, so I didn't play that right. And so here you can see all the riders, they're now behind us, and we're just pulling them. Then Brooks from Team Art just flies right by. Trailing are basically 10 riders who just fly right by us. Overall, it was a pretty fun race though, and it was very fun to race against some of the best riders in BCAT, and knowing that I can race with these riders, I'm pretty confident now going into most BCAT races. Something I do look to do is improve my sprint power, because my sprint is not great compared to some of the higher end B riders who have 13, 14 watt per kg sprints that they can hold for like 30 seconds, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm getting very close to 150 subscribers. Please leave a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content coming soon. See ya!